Afternoon. I'm here with Bethany at Spinnaker Property Management. I know we haven't been doing this in a while. I'm glad that we finally caught up with Bethany to speak with her. So how are you today, Bethany?
Doing really good. Very busy.
Very busy. Good. I mean, that's a good thing, probably, I hope, for you.
Yes, leasing everything up.
Yes, good. So, Bethany, what is it that you do again for Spinnaker?
I'm the leasing consultant for Spinnaker, and I am pretty much the person that goes out and shows all the properties, does everything for the owners from the time that they hand over a vacant property to us until the time that we get somebody into the property, get their lease signed and hand over keys. Then moves on to the rest of the team.
So if I call in and I talk to Kevin and I'm looking for an apartment, or a home, Kevin's referring me to talk with you, and then you take it from there. Got it.
Because I'm the one that has the knowledge about all the properties that we currently have available.
Gotcha.
And those that are coming available.
Got you. Okay, super. So that's why you have that big chart in your office with all the different available homes, for sure. Okay, well, so tell me a little bit more about what you do specifically. So you're touring people in homes, you're...
I'm that point of contact, so when you're wanting to set up a time to view a home, you're talking with me and with Kevin. So initially you'll talk with Kevin if it's anything that needs to be escalated to me. So anytime there's an in-person showing, I'm the person to talk to. We do some self-guided tours, and so Kevin will handle some of those. And I will be the person to write up the lease or send out the lease for the person to sign, answer any questions about any of the properties. I'm pretty much the go-to for any new renter.
So all the way through to paperwork and giving them the keys and...
Yep, and then also on the owner side of things, I work with all of our homeowners, let them know about their property, how it's performing, do the market analysis, and give them the comparables and what my recommendations are for renting out their property.
Okay, so you're familiar with sort of the portfolio of things that... So you would become familiar with their portfolio.
Yes.
And how you might be able to rent it and how it would do in this market. And do you give rent amount advice and that kind of financial advice as well?
I do.
Yeah, you probably know the market really well, I would think.
Well, I do pull the comps. The market is ever changing. So
yeah, always.
It's always a work in progress.
Yeah, I'm sure it shifts a lot. Although altogether, this has been a pretty amazing market for a period of time.
It's been fluctuating. I mean,
yeah.
We had some pretty great years just in the past few years, and it's been interesting to see how it's been changing over this last year.
Yeah, interesting. Well, what do you think has caused that?
Well, there's a lot of new home buyers out on the market right now. So people are buying a lot of homes for their first time home buyers, and prices on homes are relatively low. So it's a battle between rental or purchasing.
Right, for sure. Big decision, right? Yes. So tell me a little bit about what it is that you love about your job. What's your favorite thing that you get to do every day?
I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy meeting new people and seeing where they're at and how I can actually assist them with where they're at and meeting them in their needs. I think my favorite part is when I get to experience handing somebody their keys and the excitement of, hey, I got my new keys. Let me take a picture and put it on social media. And I've been there with parents families who break down crying because they're homeless or experiencing homelessness, and this is their first opportunity to really get back up on their feet. And so that outreach and actually helping our community combat that homelessness with the programs that we offer is very enriching.
Yeah, I'm sure. What a great day to hand someone keys to a home that they haven't had a home in a while of their own, and provide a room for their kids, right? Yeah, all of that stuff. How amazing that would be. So what are some of the challenges that keep your job interesting? Because every job has those things that are just crazy, but it's also, without a challenge, you're bored, right? So
it's challenging to keep up with as many properties as we have, because Spinnaker has been definitely expanding, and that's in itself its own challenge. But I think that when you're dealing with people, you have to be able to really mask or mirror any personality traits or be able to work with many different people. So I think the most challenging part is talking with those that may have a language barrier, and then also saying no. I do have to say no. That part is the hardest part, when somebody doesn't meet the qualification criteria.
Right. That would be tough, right? Because homes are a personal thing.
Yep.
Yeah, they sure are. And it might be a family with kids or a new pet or something that it's not just them, but it's the whole situation. Yeah. So So it's challenging to say no, and it's challenging because you're working with the public, right? And so you're constantly shifting your approach and communication style based on language, culture,
Everything.
income level, all of it, right? Yeah, and that takes a lot of energy. You probably go home and put your feet up, hopefully.
Well, thankfully, I have a good support system at home.
Yeah.
That's always great.
So tell me a little bit about that. So I know you're not working all the time. So what is it you spend your time doing when you're not here at Spinnaker?
Currently, we're about to start Girl Scout cookie season, and I'm
Oh my goodness.
Girl Scout cookie, or I'm Girl Scout, one of the team leaders for my troop, and then also the product manager for the cookie season. So that's a big undertaking.
Yes.
And then Cub Scouts for my son, and doing some gardening and doing fun things to just try to relax.
Yeah. So you have kids and you have pets.
I
You said
do.
you have lots of pets.
I
You said
do.
something about chickens. So tell us about the chickens.
I have 2 cats, 8 fish, and 4 chickens.
Oh my goodness.
My daughter got chickens for her birthday this past year. And we've got some Easter eggers, and they love it. They lay the little teal eggs.
Oh, fun. Pretty. Wow.
Like dinosaur eggs.
Yeah, fun for kids too. So what would one thing be if you have all the residents or all the potential residents that you could have walk through the door standing here, and you have one thing you'd want to communicate to them? What would that be if you could talk to them all at once? Is there wisdom or
Be
you're
prepared.
trying?
And really just do what you have to be able to get in. There are programs available, and do your research. Because if you can actually get those programs to help, there's free money out there, and people are willing to give it. It's just a matter of doing the legwork. So.
Yeah, there's ways to move forward, isn't there? Yep. And what about if you could talk to a room full of owners? What would you say to the owners that may work with Spinnaker?
I'd say trust the process. We are very diligent in our screening process and for showing the properties, and we like to communicate with them at least once a week to let them know what's going on with their property. So just be trustworthy, and that Spinnaker offers a great product, and that we are working their property to the fullest extent.
Yeah, so this is not your first rodeo, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have hired you if you were. This was your first rodeo, right?
Yep. No, I've got quite a few years. I think I've been in the industry for 13 years now.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's great. They are so lucky to have you, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Mark is very good at hiring good leaders and good, just leaders, people that and also people that are very good with the public and know how to work with different kinds of families. I'm really impressed by that. So, well, super nice to meet you again. This is Bethany, and Bethany is the leasing consultant here at Spinnaker, and she is your just about second point of contact when you're searching for a home. So if you're interested in a home and you're interested in seeing the houses and apartments that Spinnaker has available, you can call them or visit their website. It's spinnakerpm.com or send an email. So we look forward to hearing from you guys. And Bethany, thanks. It's good to get to know you a little bit. And maybe we'll be visiting with you in the future. You could think of something else maybe you could share with this audience. So,
Oh, I have plenty.
yes, I'm sure you do.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you and have a good afternoon.